Welcome everyone, and today we're going to be going over how to invest in the Australian market, but on top of that we're going to go over 3 separate scenarios on how to invest and what the outcomes were from these investment scenarios. Now this video is not going to go over the returns from these investments, but more how the fees from using these separate platforms in these certain ways is going to impact your investment as a whole. The first scenario is going to consist of $50 a week using CBA, Raise, and Stake. The second scenario, still using the same instruments, is going to consist of a $100 investment every month for a year. And the final and third scenario is going to be a $10,000 one-off investment at the start of the year. Now, investing $50 every week for 52 weeks, a whole year, is going to accumulate in a $2,600 investment by the end of the year. Starting with Commonwealth's CommSec platform, you're going to start off with a $5 trading fee. Now, you're going to say that, on the first 10 trades, it's free. While this is a great convenience, we're going to disregard this, as after the first 10 trades, you're going to continuously invest and have to pay anyway.
Who cares? Who cares?
Now, so what's this going to look like? This is going to look like $5 fees 52 times in a year. This is going to come out at $260. This is a 10% fee on your initial $2,600 investment. I was quite surprised when I did the research on this topic, as CBA roughly 2 years ago was offering a $29.50 flat rate trading fee to use their platform. This was absolutely ridiculous by them, and I went on a massive rampage on how it was ridiculous that multi-billion-dollar companies couldn't offer the everyday citizen a affordable, competitive trading platform. In 2 years, it seems that they've lost enough market share to actually care, and they have given the everyday consumer a much more competitive platform to use for their everyday investing.
High five!
Now, moving on to Raise, this is going to come in at a monthly subscription option of anywhere between $4.50 and $5.50 a month. We're going to go on the pricier side of this investment to keep the numbers fair. What Raise does as well is has indirect management fees on the mutual funds and index funds that they provide to you in their service. And we're going to go with the most expensive option at 0.6%. Now in total on your subscription is going to equal a $66 subscription for the year. And then on top of that is going to be a $15.60 management indirect fee. This brings Raise in at a 3.1% expense ratio on your $2,600 investment. Last but not least, you have Stake, coming in with a $3 trading fee per transaction. At the end of the year, when you add up all the fees, it's going to equal $156 or 3.1% of your initial investment. Now you're probably wondering, this doesn't really help me with how do I invest?
No shit, Sherlock.
Well, all of these companies are going to allow you to initially deposit your money onto their platforms and allow you to choose your investment options via multiple ways. If it's Stake or CBA, it's going to come under a more specific search by code basis. Meanwhile, Raise is going to give you multiple options that are pre-designated for you as they provide index and mutual fund offers, taking the guesswork out of what should I buy. Now you're probably wondering, why do I care about such small fees on my investments? Well, if you look at it as an automatic loss, these are automatic returns that you need to make in order to break even on your initial investment. And as we go further into this video, you're going to see that these fees are going to start shifting in a certain direction. Now, moving on to the next scenario of a $100 investment every month on the month. This is going to equal a $60 fee in regards to Commonwealth Bank, resulting in a 5% expense ratio fee to your investments. Raise is still going to come in with a $66 management subscription fee, but your indirect fees have now gone down slightly, as your investment over this period isn't going to be the $2,600. It's actually going to come out at $1,200, as there's 12 months and you're invested $100 each month. So that indirect management fee is going to look roughly at $7.20, bringing you to a total of $73.20, or an expense ratio of 6.1%. And finally, you have Stake, coming in with $3 trades over 12 months equaling $36, or an expense ratio of 3%. Now these are looking a lot more favorable in regards to institutional banking and individualized banking in comparison to Raise's management fund. And with that being said, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below what other platforms you would like me to discuss in the future. Now finally, we're going to go over the one-time $10,000 investment at the start of the year. For Commonwealth, your fees are going to go slightly higher, as it is tied to how much you initially invest on each investment. So your fee has now raised from $5 to $20. But due to the investment being so large, your expense ratio is only 0.2%. not too shabby. As for Raise, even though you're doing a one-off investment due to it being a subscription-based service, it's still going to equal the $66 over the 12 months, and your indirect management fees are going to come out at a total of $60, so $126 total. This is a 1.26% expense ratio. And again, finally, last but not least, you have Stake with a $3 trade coming in at a 0.03% expense to your $10,000 investment. In regards to Commonwealth and Stake, these are one-off expenses, unless you're investing in index funds, as they will still always have indirect management fees, siphoning away from your profits and returns on margin. But if you've invested individually into companies, these are one-off expenses. On the other hand, you have Raise. Even though you did a one-time investment, if you hold on to this investment over 5 years, these fees are going to be year on year on your $10,000 investment. So you need to be making returns in order to make up these expense ratios. As for the other ones, if you invest in individualized companies, these expenses are flat and you only have to worry about your returns on such a small percentage.